Welcome everyone to the Insider Report discussing characters in the MCU and more. I'm Andrew Lawler, aka Barry. Let's get into it, guys. Today's the first episode on different characters from the MCU, and I'll be going through the comics to give you guys an idea as to who these different characters are. That way you can learn about them if you don't already know who they are. It will also help you better understand these characters if you're just getting started watching the Marvel movies. So first up, we have Iron Man, aka Tony Stark. Tony Stark is the wealthy son of industrialist and weapons manufacturer Howard Stark and his wife Maria. Tony grew up a genius with a brilliant mind for technology and inventions and naturally followed in his father's footsteps, inheriting Stark Industries upon his parents' untimely death. Tony designed many weapons of war for Stark Industries far beyond what any other company was creating, while living the lifestyle of a playboy. Fate would take a dark turn for Tony Stark once he decided to consult on a weapons contract overseas in enemy terrain. An improvised explosion device exploded underneath Tony's transport and he was brought to the brink of death. Awakening as a prisoner of the warlord Wong Chu, Tony made a gruesome discovery. The explosion had sent a piece of shrapnel mere inches from his heart. It was only the timely intervention of a fellow captive and engineer, Yinsen, that kept the shrapnel at bay. While held captive and forced to work on weapons, Tony turned his near-death experience into inspiration. What if he could power an iron suit that would not only keep the shrapnel from killing Tony, but also help him to escape? Combining their genius, Tony and Yinsen built a mighty suit of iron armor that would be dubbed Iron Man. This first suit left a lot of room for improvement, but still did what Tony couldn't do alone. Yinsen sacrificed his life so the final preparations could be made, and Tony, wearing the Iron Man suit for the first time, escaped and returned to the United States a changed man. With full access to his equipment, Tony built a new, more streamlined suit of armor, the first of many updated versions he would create, and dedicated his life to fighting threats to the world. Since that first suit built in a cave, Tony has created dozens of new suits and upgrades over the years. However, throughout the 50-plus Iron Man models, there are common offensive and defense capabilities found in most iterations. The primary weapon contained within every suit, the repulsor rays, use energy pulses to repel and disrupt enemies and are generated through the suit's gauntlets. The suit's booster jets enable Stark to fly fast enough to break the sound barrier and maneuver more quickly than any fighter jet can. Iron Man's helmet provides Tony with a heads-up display that gives him 360-degree vision, access to information about his surroundings and enemies, and the ability to transmit and block transmissions along any frequency. The helmet also gives Tony a degree of resistance to EMP and psychic-based attacks. A weapon centered in Iron Man's chest, the Unibeam, is capable of projecting dazzling light and can be also used as a powerful force beam that is even more powerful than the repulsor ray is. Each of Tony's suits provides a full range of telecommunications, including the ability to jam and transmit on any frequency, and sophisticated artificial intelligence capable of piloting Tony to safety should he be rendered unconscious. Beyond all his all-purpose suits, Tony has created specialized armor for specific scenarios. Some notable examples include the Hulkbuster armor, so named as its size and strength allowed Tony to stand toe-to-toe with the Hulk when needed, along with deep space, underwater, and stealth suits. Numerous villains have made up Iron Man's gallery of enemies, with many of them similarly armor-based in order to counter Iron Man's abilities. The Russians have created both the Crimson Dynamo and Titanium Man to try and stop the threat posed by Iron Man and have fought Stark through numerous iterations. The Mandarin is one of Iron Man's fiercest archvillains, a tactical, mystical, and technological genius. The Mandarin sought ultimate power, and often Iron Man is the only one smart and strong enough to stand in his way. In fact, the Mandarin, working with the warlord Wong Chu, captured Tony Stark and indirectly brought about the creation of Iron Man. The Mandarin has returned again and again to pit his magic and intellect against Stark technology. A competing industrialist, Obadiah Stane never lost his taste for weapons and was a great fan of psychological warfare. He took hostile control of Tony's company for a short time, and though he perished in battle, his descendants, and perhaps even more ruthless than he was. Another rival industrialist on par with Stane, Justin Hammer, is interested in the accumulation of wealth and power and sees Tony's altruism as a big stumbling block toward that goal. Other foes of note for Tony through the years have included the Ghost, Radioactive Man, and nefarious organizations like Advanced Idea Mechanics, or AIM for short. Iron Man can't always fight alone and has many notable allies and teammates. Stark is one of the founding members of the Avengers and is considered one of the big three core members, along with Thor and Captain America. While he has left the team at various points for personal reasons, he has always returned to fight alongside them again and again. He is one Avenger that can always be counted on. Originally, Tony's secretary Pepper Potts and limousine driver Happy Hogan grew to be Tony's two best friends in the world. A romance between Pepper and Tony fizzled out, but she and Happy found happiness together for a time, until his tragic death. More recently, Pepper has taken up occasional superheroics herself, with an armored suit Tony has created for her called Rescue. Former military man James Rhodey Rhodes became Tony's bodyguard and trusted confidant. When Tony's alcoholism got the better of him, Rhodey became the new Iron Man. Later, Rhodey donned a weapons-laden variation on the Iron Man suit and dubbed himself War Machine, fighting alongside Tony many, many times. During a mind-clearing vacation from Earth, Tony joined the Guardians of the Galaxy, making fast friends with Rocket Raccoon especially. While Tony would eventually return to Earth, Rocket's technology has made its way into many successive iterations of the Iron Man armor. Well, that's all we got time for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful and very explanatory. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys have a great day.